I've got some information to share with you tonight on the Late Night Show. We're going to share a few stories tonight, and at some point in the program, I'm going to open the phone line for you to call in and also tell us what you feel, or shed lights into the topic we're going to talk about tonight. One more time, good evening and welcome to the Late Night Show on VOP 90.3 FM. And I would like to remind you that we are streaming live on YouTube. So if you don't know our YouTube channel, please do go to YouTube and subscribe to Voice of the People 90.3 FM so you can key into our programs. You can see the programs that our content that we've already dropped on YouTube, and also you'll be aware and you would get a notification whenever any program or content is coming up. So it is better for you to be here on the radio and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. My name is Ash, the Stud Boy. Tonight we're going to look into some topics, and one of them, which has made the headline, is that the U.S. President Biden has appointed 2 Nigerians as advisors. I think this is a good one. This is a good one for Nigerians. This is a good one for us. I mean, it's a good news, And also there's another headline here. Nigerian Air Force bombs suspected Ipob hideouts in Southeast. That is another topic we're going to look into tonight. And also Labour Party backs NLC TUC strike. Labour Party has come out to throw more weight behind the proposed NLC and TUC strike. That is another topic we are looking into tonight. And also FG's palliatives make no economic sense. We're going to get to that. Someone said that. I'm not the one that said it too. Someone said FG's palliatives makes no economic sense. We're going to look into that as well. And presidential election, you will remain serial loser. Ganduje mocks Kwankwaso. He's telling Kwankwaso that he will remain a serial loser as long as he is concerned. Donald Trump's son found liable for fraud in New York. Wow. NLC strike, nothing has been achieved. All our approaches to government failed. That is from Joe Ajero. We're going to also look into that as well. And then finally, on the Late Night Show, we're going to talk about credible polls. How we're going to achieve credible polls, because we don't need war come 2027. And this is coming from Olawepo Hashim. He said, we need reforms to avoid war in 2027 election. Let's quickly go on a short advert break, and when we come back, we will look into these particular headlines that I just mentioned right here on the Late Night Show with Stud Boy Ash. Stay tuned and don't go nowhere.
In the affairs of man, when the voice of the people stands unique, constantly challenging society's status quo. 90.3. Place of fun and insight. It is a great place of learning. It could be your school on radio. It could be your life on radio. We are VOP, Voice of the People. VOP 90.3.
Welcome back from the advert break. You're still tuned in to the very best radio station VOP, Voice of the People 90.3 FM. And this is the late night show with Ash the Stud Boy. The President of the United States, Joe Biden, has appointed two Nigerians, Osage Imasoge and Chinenye Ogumike, to the 12-member Advisory Council on African Diaspora Engagement in the U.S. Imasoge and Ogumike were part of the 12 members of the President's Advisory Council, according to a statement released by the State House today, being Wednesday. Other members of the council, the members include Sylvester Scott Beeman, who chaired the council, Mimi E. Alemayeho, Rosalind Brewer, Viola Davis, and others. Reacting to the development, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, Chairman CEO, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, congratulated the duo on their nomination, according to a statement by the Commission's head of media and public relations, Abdul Rahman Balogun. Dabiri Erewa, she said the nomination of the two great Nigerians into the Advisory Council is a welcome development, adding that their recognition and appointment into the 12-member Advisory Council is a motivation for other Nigerians and Africans in general. Chinenye Ogumike is a two-time WNBA All-Star for the Los Angeles Sparks and a full-time multi-platform ESPN commentator and NBA analyst. She is one of the only full-time professional athletes to also currently hold a full-time regular national sports media broadcast position. More on Chinenye Ogumike, as she was the 2014 WNBA Rookie of the Year and is a two-time WNBA All-Star 2014 to 2018. Big record. She is proudly Nigerian American and graduated from Stanford University with an international relations degree under the mentorship of Dr. Condoleezza Rice. In August 2020, she became the first black woman to host a national daily sports talk radio show. Nigerians are doing well. Nigerians are doing well. You know, it's not only... Most people think Nigerians are bad. Some people hear bad news about Nigeria, but that's not all about Nigeria. We have very intelligent people. We have smart people. We have skillful people. We have talented people. You know. So the 2021 Forbes 30 Under 30 honorary also holds the title of executive producer, producing an ESPN Films documentary 144 on the 2020 WNBA season. Now, Osage Imasoge, on the other hand, is the chairman of the investment banks and SEC, FINRA, registered broker-dealer, Coin Capital and Coin Advisors. In addition, Osage is a co-founder of PIPV Capital, a private equity firm that is focused on the life sciences vertical and has invested over $1 billion into that industry. Prior to co-founding PIPV Capital, he established GlaxoSmithKline Ventures. GlaxoSmithKline Ventures. So this is the owner, Imasoge Osage. Wow. And was its founding vice president. Osage has held senior commercial and R&D positions within pharmaceutical companies such as GSK, SmithKline Beecham, and DuPont Met. He has also been a Price Waterhouse corporate finance partner, as well as a practicing attorney with leading U.S. law firm Schneider, Harrison, Segal, and Lewis. Osage is a serial entrepreneur and investor who serves on the board of a number of financial institutions such as FS KKR Capital Corp and Haverford Trust, institutions that accumulatively manage over $28 billion. He is an advisor to Brown Advisory, a firm that manages in excess of $140 billion. Osage is the vice chairman of the executive committee of the Philadelphia Museum of Art and a member of the executive committee and chairman of the nominating and governance committee of the Philadelphia Orchestra and Kimmel Center. See Nigerians doing exploit overseas. See Nigerians doing big things. in another man's land. Like, I'm happy. It's a good news. Like, it is good. We have people representing our country and making us proud over there. So, in addition, Osage is a trustee of the University of Pennsylvania, a member of the executive committee of the university, and is also the chairman of the board of the University of Pennsylvania Carey Law School, where he is an adjunct professor of intellectual property. Osage holds LLM degrees from the London School of Economics and the University of Pennsylvania Carey Law School, and is a member of the New York State Bar in addition to being admitted to practice in other jurisdictions. You see why it's good to go to school. Like, go to school. When you go to school, you will have opportunities. You will have different opportunities. You've been hearing what credits these two Nigerians have before they could be appointed as advisors to the President of the United States. I mean, you need to know what you're doing before the President of the United States can call you to say, come and be part of my advisor. You know, that is like the number one country in the world. Everybody knows that the government of the United States supersedes, all governing bodies in every continent. I would say it supersedes because everybody boils down to US. Like, US is like number one. So for you to be a Nigerian and you've been appointed into the committee of advisors for the US president, man, that's a big one. Another story on the late night show, the Nigerian Air Force, NAF, I beg your pardon, has bombed armories and hideouts of suspected members of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, and its militant wing. You know, it's said that it's a suspected hideout where Ipob, where they camp to carry out their activities. Eastern Security Network in the southeast, the spokesman of the NAF, Edward Gapquet, in a statement on Wednesday today, said the operation was carried out yesterday, Tuesday, with the forces fighters jet under the air component of Operation Udoka 2 of the Nigerian military. The spokesman said, the spokesman is an air commodore. He said several airstrikes were carried out on the enclaves of Ipob fighters in the Mother Valley, Osumugu in Nnewi South local government area of Anambra State, and at Aku Uhube in Okigwe local government area of Imo State. This spokesman said the air operations were executed in response to an intelligence report that the fighters had concluded plans to launch an attack on residents of the state and the entire region. We don't want war. These are signs of war breaking out from region to region. We don't really want anything like this in this country. Airstrikes were also conducted on the same day in close coordination with surface forces at Ipob and Eastern Security Network hideout camps in Aku Ihube in Imo State after a detailed analysis of intelligence on the terrorists converging for a likely rendezvous at their hideout. That was said by the NAF spokesperson. Then we have another story on the late night show, and this one is of the leadership of the Labour Party has declared support for the proposed indefinite strike by the Nigerian Labour Congress, the NLC, and the Trade Union Congress. So Labour Party is backing them up to press home their demands for better working conditions. The party said it was in total support for any legitimate means to be deployed by Nigerians, by Nigerian workers to press for better working conditions. And this was contained in a statement signed by the National Publicity Secretary of the party, Obiora Ifo, in Abuja, today being Wednesday. In his own words, he said, the party therefore fully supports the resolution of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, and Trade Union Congress, TUC, to embark on an industrial action slated to commence as of Tuesday, October 3rd. This is strike. When the NLC goes on strike, it literally affects almost everything. The banks do not open, marketplaces, businesses do not open. It's like a shutdown. It's like a shutdown. So it's slated to commence of Tuesday, October 3rd. And Labour Party is backing this fully. Further, he said, we have followed with keen interest in the last 4 months various meetings between organized labor and various government bodies, including the President of the Senate, the Presidency, and the Ministers of Labor, as well as all the efforts made by the Labour leadership to the government, understand that the magnitude of sufferings government policies have thrown Nigerian workers and the entire populace into since the enthronement of this administration. Labour Party is not in any way surprised at the government's apparent indifference, insensitivity, intransigence, and recalcitrant posture towards the genuine demands of the labour bodies, because their usurpation of power was not sanctioned by both the workers and generality of the Nigerians. Ifo further said, Nigerians went to the polls with clear conviction of the government they wanted, but this was denied them through institutional conspiracy. Today, Nigerian workers are being punished for taking a stand during the February 25th presidential election. Labour Party is also aware of the sordid conditions which workers, the majority of them being our members, are subjected to, whereby many of them go to the office on a Monday and are forced by the prevailing economic challenges to sleep in their offices all through to Friday before they return home, based on, say, there's no money. He further said Labour Party is surprised that the government claimed that it was removed subsidies on petroleum products and that it has removed subsidies on petroleum products and that it now generates over ₦1 trillion monthly, yet it finds it difficult to address workers' demands. Daily, Nigerians are subjected to harsh economic realities where the inflation rate is nearly 30%, where a dollar is sold above 1,000 naira, and where per capita income has depreciated. Many families are withdrawing their wards from schools over a hike in school fees, while criminal activities are surging daily. He further said, we are also using the medium to inform all our members and supporters to stock their homes with their necessary needs ahead of a long drawn mass action until victory is ascertained. No retreat, no surrender. That is from E4. He is a Labour Party spokesperson, and this is the message he has sent to all Nigerians, Labour Party supporters, and every organized worker. So we are expecting to go on strike from 3rd of October in Nigeria. We are expected to go on strike if the NLC and TUC commences this action. If they go ahead with this action, there's going to be strike. So you are therefore informed to stock your homes with food, buy extra and keep, because it may be an indefinite strike. They said it is until victory is ascertained. They haven't said the strike is going to be on from 3rd of October to maybe 5th or 6th of October. They just give us a date that is going to commence, and we don't know when it's going to end. So you need to adhere to this advice and stock your homes with something. In a very short while, we're going to go on an advert break. FG palliatives make no economic sense. Director, International Institute of Journalism, Abuja, Dr. Emmanuel Usman Shehu, has pulled the decision of President Bola Tinubu to dole out billions of naira to states as palliatives to cushion the effects of the fuel subsidy removal. Dr. Shehu spoke at a policy roundtable on the new economic policy making for equitable growth and social inclusion, organized by the African Center for Media and Information Literacy in Abuja. He said, "I am always suspicious when the West are clapping for us. The World Bank has told you to remove subsidy, and they are the ones telling you that in 2 years, your poverty will go down drastically. We must make up our minds to decide whether to develop or not. If we must develop, then we must do things our own way. Look at our own peculiarities. So you take palliatives because America is doing its own palliatives and you don't even know where the word palliatives originates from." We're going to go on a short break. And when we come back, we continue the stories and the headlines we have mentioned tonight. We are on FG's palliatives makes no sense, makes no economic sense, and that is from Dr. Emmanuel Usman Shehu. Let's go on a short advert break. We're going to be back shortly. You're still tuned in to the very best radio station, VOP 90.3 FM, and this is the Late Night Show with Ash, the Stud Boy. Don't go nowhere.
Sit tire for here, put am for him neck, burn am. Yes, I no go find better work do. Na yahoo yahoo dem go dey do. Burn am. Stop! That person where you won't born, if it dey innocent, no go carry person blood put for your head. Jungle justice no good at all. Stop am.
You will light the fire. You no get heart. Say no to jungle justice.
You uncle, we follow for the crowd. They look where then they born person. You no stop them. If they do you like film, abi? Your hands self no clean. You fit enter gbege. Stop the lynching. Stop jungle justice.
Under the criminal law for Lagos State, person will start jungle justice. Those we support them and those we just don't look. All of them fit rot for jail. My name na Benjamin Hundeyin, Lagos State Police talk person. Stop jungle justice.
This message now from Lagos State Police Command
and VOP 90.3 FM.
Greetings, my good people. Today, we are bringing to you this enlightenment program from the office of Papa and Mama Dada Ventures. Papa and Mama Dada and the 3 Cameroonian women have landed at
Jakonde Gate bus stop inside Glory Plaza, opposite Jendol Supermarket, Isolo, Ejigbo Road, Lagos.
We are here to celebrate our 25 years anniversary in the practice of tribal medicine. Call us on 080 3958 2191. Again, 080 3958 2191. Today, we want to talk about infectious diseases that can lead to infertility in a man or woman. Remember, infertility is the inability of a man to impregnate a woman or the inability of a woman to conceive. Based on our years of practice and experience in the field, we know that every man or woman is created by God with the ability to produce offsprings. And when this is not happening, know that something is not functioning well in the man or the woman. The question now is, what are the causes of infertility in a man or woman? My people, a lot of factors can be responsible for this undesirable condition called infertility. Infertility can be caused by a long-time infection in a man or woman that had not been treated or treated poorly, among others, which can make a man not to perform his duties productively as a man, or on the other hand, can make the woman not to conceive. Remember, our office is located at
Jakonde Gate bus stop inside Glory Plaza, opposite Jendol Supermarket, Isolo, Ejigbo Road, Lagos.
You can call us on 080 3958 2191. Chineke, bros, what do you want to do? You want hang yourself?
Sister B, I don't tire of so insult from my wife. I don't visit different places, but no, but I kill myself.
Brosy, now because of man and woman matter, now make you want hang yourself. Hey, bros, chill now, You never hear of papa and mama dada? With their medicine, your problem don't become past tense.
Sister B, I hope they don't pull my legs. Oh.
See, bros, you go come back to action one time.
Me come back to action again? Hey, God, the gate.
See, make you come and enjoy 30% discount plus other medicine then. You go also get the opportunity to meet our expert then for traditional medicine like Kali from Nigerian Republic and Mr. Tabo from Cameroon. You go also know why people they call Papa Dada for men. Country people, Papa and Mama Dada no be jack of all trade. Papa Dada they handle men and Mama Dada they handle women.
That is very good for confidence.
So come enjoy your 30% discount now.
What are the signs of these long-time untreated infections in the human body? Stomach noise. You're a man or woman always noticing continuous noise, particularly in your stomach. It could be rashes on the sensitive part of your body. You experience constant waist pain. You will be noticing movement-like objects in your body, as if there is pain pinching you all over. Or you could be feeling hotness in your body. Certain discharge, mostly in women. Frequent urination. This is mostly evident when a man has long-time infection, which could result in frequent urination. Some men find it very difficult to urinate. At times, it could come in drops. Erectile dysfunction. This means when a man is no longer active as he should be when performing his duty as a man. Finally, for the woman, there will be irregular menstrual cycle or discoloration of her menstrual flow or inability to conceive. You're a woman noticing breast milk flow, but you're not pregnant or breastfeeding a baby. If you notice any of such signs, please visit any professional health center around you, or you can call us on 080 39 58 2191. Again, 080 39 58 2191. At Papa and Mama Dada Ventures, we are known for correct kokoroje and obonte roots and other herbal medicine, which are good for human consumption. Papa and Mama Dada Ventures is celebrating 25 years in herbal practice. Therefore, the first 20 people that will visit us every day will be entitled to our ongoing sales promo of 3,000 naira. Once you come to our office, we'll offer you free tests as part of our 25 years anniversary promo. This promo continues, so do not let this opportunity to pass you by. Visit us today at
Jakonde Gate bus stop inside Glory Plaza, opposite Jendol Supermarket, Isolo, Ejigbo Road, Lagos.
Our phone number once again is 080 39 58 2191. 080 39 58 2191.
Papa and Mama Dada Ventures. We treat, but God they heal.
Sit tire for here. Put on for in neck. Burn am. Yes, I no go find better work do. Na yahoo dem go dey do. Burn am.
Stop! That person where you won't born, if it dey innocent, no go carry person blood put for your head. Jungle justice no good at all. Stop am.
You wey light the fire, you no get heart. Say no to jungle justice.
You uncle wey follow for the crowd dey look wey dem dey born person. You no stop them. E dey do you like film abi? Your hand sef no clean o. You fit enter gbege. Stop the lynching. Stop jungle justice.
Under the criminal law for Lagos State, person wey start jungle justice, those wey support am, and those wey just sit down look, all of them fit rot for jail. My name na Benjamin Hundeyin, Lagos State Police talk person. Stop jungle justice.
This message now from Lagos State Police Command
and VOP 90.3 FM.
Welcome back from the advert break. You're still tuned into the late night show with Stud Boy Ash and DC's 90.3 FM, the voice of the people, Lagos. We are treating some topics tonight. I told you that U.S. President Biden appoints two Nigerians, Imasoge Ogumike, as advisors, and also Nigerian Air Force bombs suspected Ipob hideouts in the southeast. Labour Party backs NLC TUC strike. And then on this particular topic, FG's palliatives makes no economic sense. And that is from Dr. Emmanuel Usman Shehu. He said the FG's palliative is just, they are just trying to follow what other countries are doing, but it actually makes no impact in the Nigerian economy. We have another topic for tonight. This particular one, the presidential election, you will remain serial loser. That is from Ganduje as he mocks Kwankwa. So he's the national chairman of the ruling All Progressive Party, Abdullahi Ganduje. He has said presidential candidate of the new Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, Rabiu Kwankwaso, would remain a serial loser. Ganduje made this statement while hosting the Bauchi State NNPP governorship candidate in the 2023 election, Haliru Dauda Jika, who formerly defected to the ruling APC at the National Secretariat of the party in Abuja. Today, being Wednesday, according to the former governor of Kano, the pursuit for selfish interests as against national interests would continue to hinder the realization of Kwankwaso's presidential ambition. He also blamed Kwankwaso's inability to maintain a principled stand in party politics over the years as another factor that made the former Minister of Defense a perpetual loser. The APC chairman, who hailed and described the decision of Jika to return back to the ruling party as a step in the right direction, noted that the former NNPP flag bearer in Bauchi State by now must have realized that the Kwankwasia-backed NNPP as deceitful and exploitative. Receiving Jika with the entire NNPP structure in Bauchi State, Ganduje said, "When I got the news that you were coming to see me in my house to discuss the way forward, I knew I was meeting a very formidable politician in the person of Senator Jika, who is a household name in Bauchi State." Kwankwaso has been challenged one more time by the ruling All Progressive Party national chairman, Ganduje, who has told him that he would always not emerge as a winner in presidential elections. Donald Trump's son found liable for fraud in the United States in New York, precisely. The New York judge, Otto Egoron, who delivered the ruling, canceled the Trump's organization's business certification, saying the Trumps provided false financial statements for roughly a decade. Engoron's ruling came days before the civil case involving the New York Attorney General's office and the former president was set to go to trial. The judge granted Attorney General Letitia James motion for summary judgment, finding Trump, his sons, and others to be liable as a matter of law for persistent violations of New York state law. CNN reports that the financial statements the Trumps provided to leaders and insurers for about a decade were false and said they repeatedly engaged in fraud. The decision is a blow to Trump and a complete rejection of his arguments that he didn't inflate the values of his golf courses, hotels, homes at Mar-a-Lago, and Seven Springs on financial statements that were repeatedly used in business. Today, a judge ruled in our favor and found that Donald Trump and the Trump Organization engaged in the years of financial fraud. James said in a statement Tuesday night, "We look forward to presenting the rest of our case at trial." The Attorney General has sought $250 million in damages, a ban on the Trumps from serving as officers of a business in New York, and to stop the company from engaging in business transactions for 5 years. Engoron canceled the business certifications of the Trump entities that are defendants in the case, including the Trump Organization. He said a receiver will be put in place to manage the dissolution of the corporate entities. There are 2 New York properties that are part of the lawsuit: the commercial tower at 40 Wall Street and the Trump family compound at Seven Springs. However, the breadth of his ruling remains unclear. We have another story still on the NLC. The NLC proposed strike. The president of the Labour Party Congress, Joe Ajero, said all approaches made to the Nigerian government by Congress to reach a truce on its demands have failed. Ajero stated this in an interview with Arise Television on Wednesday. He stated, from item 1 to item 7, nothing has been achieved. That is the height of insensitivity. We are in an emergency. Asking for more time is a crime. Recall that the NLC and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, had earlier declared an indefinite strike starting from October 3. The two labor unions have told Nigerians to stockpile foodstuffs because the strike would shut down economic activities in the country. He further said he and the TUC leader, Festus Osifo, disclosed that after their separate Emergency National Executive Council meeting in Abuja on Tuesday, according to the communique read by the two presidents, the indefinite strike was as a result of the alleged insensitivity of government to the plight of Nigerians as a result of the removal of petrol subsidy and continuous demonstration of unwillingness and complete lack of initiative. This is coming from the NLC and the TUC. And then we have this that concerns every one of us. The Nigerian electoral polls. Everything that has to do with election. Olawekpo Hashim has told us that we need reforms to avoid war in 2027. Following the violence and controversies that trailed the 2023 general elections, a former presidential candidate and a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Mr. Gbenga Olawekpo Hashim, has canvassed a further reform of the Electoral Act that will address the recruitment of the leadership of the Independent Electoral Commission, INEC, and make it truly independent of external control and influence before the 2027 election. He said it's necessary so that the 2027 general polls would not be war due to what happened in 2023. The INEC was established by the 1999 Constitution to, among other things, organize elections into various political offices in the country, among other functions as contained in Section 15, Part 1 of the 3rd Schedule of the 1999 Constitution as amended, and Section 2 of the Electoral Act 2010 as amended. To make Nigerians' elections free, fair and violence-free, Olawekpo Hashim recommended that the position of the chairman of the INEC and national commissioners should be advertised and not appointed by the president. I think I think he has a point. He is trying to tell us that the INEC chairman and national commissioner should not be appointed by the incumbent president and the ruling party, that it should be advertised. He also stressed the fact that the Electoral Act should put the onus of proof of the conduct of credible elections on INEC and not on the petitioner. He revealed that during the military regimes, he and other activists fought for a truly independent INEC. The position should be advertised, while the National Judicial Service Commission, NJSC, should be the collation agency independent of the executive. In his own words, he said, in 1999, we won the election on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. But who were those that asked for an independent electoral commission? We were the ones. We were not behaving like people who were sure they were going to get power because we were believers in democracy. So Nigerians need believers in democracy across parties to survive, not APC and PDP. This is beyond APC and PDP. If we don't sort out the electoral system right now, and not 6 months to elections or 1 year, the 2027 election is going to be a war. How many of you believe in what Hashim has said? Nobody will be going to court, so we don't want that. Nigerians need statesmen, not politicians. We don't need politicians in the driver's seats. We don't need politicians in the driver's seats of the reform of our state institutions. We need statesmen to speak up. He further said the issue of electoral reform is not the business for the opposition alone. It is the business for everyone who loves Nigeria. Because if we don't reform the process and elections can be delivered credibly, 2027 will be a war. We have to rescue the democratic process because it is becoming meaningless. Why are we having a coup all over Africa? Because people did not see any content in what we call democracy. He further said, I know that people have their expectations in the judiciary, but judges adjudicate based on law and evidence. And the truth of the matter is that the Electoral Act has skewed the balance in favor of the winner of the election and the man who organized the election. I mean, he has a point. I think he has a point because if the INEC chairman and the commissioners, the national commissioners, are being appointed by the incumbent party and the president, the incumbent president of the country, it is 95% advantage for the incumbent party to win the forthcoming election. It is possible. It is highly possible for them to win the election because if they have appointed those in power, those who would rule the election, those who will say this is what happened during the election, if the incumbent party are the ones who are appointing those that matter, like the INEC chairman, the national commissioners, those who will go to the polling units, to carry out different duties from INEC. If these people are being appointed by the incumbent party and the president alone, it is going to be in favor of them as always. That's how it's going to be. It's always going to favor the incumbent party and the incumbent president. We can remember that during the time of Goodluck Jonathan, most people advised him to change the INEC chairman because they were suspecting that something was going on behind the scene. There was being a plot, something was being plotted against the incumbent president, but he also showed that he was for peace. He showed that he needed not to change anybody in position. He needed not to do anything malicious because I believe the president had the power to change the INEC chairman then due to the rumors going around, making rounds on social media that they wanted to use the INEC chairman against him. But Jonathan refused to change the INEC chairman. And after the election, even before the presidential elections was announced, before President Buhari was announced as the winner, he called the ex-president Buhari to congratulate him on his victory. And we believe that Goodluck Jonathan had no hand in that election. He did not manipulate anything because if he had manipulated the election, maybe he would have won. But Hashim has come to tell us that it is better that the INEC chairman be advertised and not appointed by the president and the incumbent party. And that is going to help us to have a more free and fair election. It's going to help us to have a more free and fair election. And I can stand with what he has said because it has to be a general thing. It doesn't have to come from a particular party. If the statesmen can appoint these people, these persons that will carry out this election, it will be better for Nigerians. We have a call. Hello. Hello, good evening. Please reduce the volume on your radio set if you are calling in on the program. The phone line is open. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call, or you can also call 0700 903 9039, or send a message on WhatsApp on 0700 903 903 903. All right, we have another topic to share tonight. Wike sacks heads of 21 agencies in FCT. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has sacked the heads of 21 agencies and companies belonging to the FCT administration. The sack, which was with immediate effect, was contained in a statement issued Wednesday night, tonight in Abuja, and signed by the Director of Press in his office, Mr. Anthony Ogunleye. Ogunleye listed those affected as a Group MD CEO in Abuja Investment Company and Abuja Market Management, Abuja Urban Mass Transport Company, Abuja Property Development Company, Abuja Technology Village Free Trade Zone Company, Abuja Film Village International, Power Nuts AICL Equipment Leasing Company LTA, Abuja Broadcasting Corporation MD, Abuja Enterprise Agency, and FCT Water Board. The FCT minister have sacked 21 agency heads. Others are the DG, the FCT Emergency Management Agency Executive Secretary, FCT Primary Health Care Board Director General, Hospital Management Board Director General, Abuja Environmental Protection Board Director, FCT Scholarship Board Director, and so on, that made it 21. They are to hand over the affairs of their offices to the most senior officers in rank. Appointments into the offices will be made in due course. If you want to call in on the program, please do to call in on 0700 903 903 903. Pick any one of the topics that we have dropped tonight, and you can just shed some light. Tell us something about them. When we started, I told you that President Biden appoints 2 Nigerians as advisors, and also Labour Party throws weight behind proposed NLC TUC strike. And then Nigerian Air Force bombs suspected Ipob hideouts in the southeast. Presidential election, you remain stereo loser Ganduje mocks Kwankwaso. And also, Donald Trump's son found liable for fraud in New York. Nothing has been achieved. All our approaches to the government failed. Joe Ajero, the NLC president. And also, credible polls, we need reforms to avoid war in 2027. Olawebo Hashim is telling us this tonight. And also, INEC seeks media support towards peaceful Imo Guba election. The INEC has sought the support of the media for a peaceful conduct of the November 11 governorship election in Imo State. The National Commissioner and Member Information and Voter Education Committee, IVEC, Mohammed Haruna, made the call at an engagement with the media executives on Monday in Owerri ahead of the poll. Let's get this call before we go on. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Name and location.
I'm Carlo. I'm calling from the state.
All right, Carlo. How are you doing this evening?
Thank God.
All right. Please reduce the volume on your radio set and go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You see, my take is that the way the military normally carry out their operation in the southeast,
yeah,
against the so-called Ipob or ECM, is it the same way they normally carry out the operation against what is happening in the north? That make them not to have been able to defeat Boko Haram and the kidnappers. You see, we all know how Nigeria is being played. We all know the intrigue that is being carried out against the Igbos. We know. We know this. It is not something that will keep on hiding. We know. You bring out all everything against a particular race as if you are going to fight a war against another nation. It doesn't make sense. Look at what's happening in the north. We had that last time that we saw some military officials negotiating with the bandits. If those bandits that were negotiating happened to be Ipob, they would have just killed them. We know. So just to continue, the war is working. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling in on the show. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. While waiting for your call, let us go on a short advert break. We're going to be right back.
There comes a time in the affairs of man when the voice of the people stands unique, constantly challenging society's status quo. 90.3 place of fun and insight. It is a great place of learning. It could be your school on radio. It could be your life on radio. We are VOP, Voice of the People. VOP 90.3.
Welcome back from the advert break. We don't want war in Nigeria. We don't want war. We don't want reactions from the Igbos. We don't want what happened in 19 to happen in 2023. But more seriously, Nigerian Air Force bombs suspected Ipob hideouts in the southeast, and this is one of the news making rounds on social media. The strikes at both locations achieved their intended outcome and were deemed effective, which means they hit the target. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Name and location.
My name is Silas. I'm calling from Badawi.
How are you doing, Silas?
I thank God.
All right, go ahead.
I just want to make want to say something about the president appointing next chairman and
All right, go ahead.
to me, this is very, very wrong because we know African country as a very corrupt area in terms of politics. And now we do our thing here. To me, it's not just right for the president to appoint a next chairman. Because if you look at what happened during some previous elections in Nigeria, we know that there will be no way to work against an appoint, INEC chairman or in the Supreme Court and all other institutions. They can't work against the same that appoint them. So what is happening today, even what happened during the last election, we saw what happened. INEC chairman, it has never happened in Nigeria. What are we saying? Early morning, 4 o'clock, this man sneakers, go there, announce, everything just happened upside down. So to me, it's not encouraging at all. Then the second thing is that about the insecurity is that I could remember 2001, 2003, when there was one security group. When they have their seat and Anambra and some other parts called Bakasi Boys. These guys was very, very active in their service. The entire Southeast was anything you can think of them. The rate of crime, rate of kidnapping and criminality in Southeast was very low that time because of these guys. What happened then, according to what I heard, and the outcome of that security service, was just like they were intimidated, or what will I say? What we are seeing from the federal security, the soldiers and the police, their response in time of insecurity in Southeast is not helping much. So to me, look at this. I want you to believe with me that state security is the best and will remain the best. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Is it right for the incumbent party and the president to appoint the INEC chairman and the national commissioners? Is it right or wrong? Somebody has suggested that the INEC chairman be advertised and national commissioners be advertised and not appointed by the incumbent ruling party and the president, because there are chances of the election being manipulated and ruled in favor of the incumbent party and the president if these particular persons are being appointed by the ruling party and president. And also there is a news that the Nigerian Air Force has bombed suspected Ipob hideouts in the southeast. We do not want anything like war to commence in this country. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Name and location quickly.
I take first time.
All right, go ahead.
I want to say something about the INEC chairman of that.
Okay.
The problem there is that with the president accepts that for this position, we always like to see something that will president. That is personal interest. Not that something that will support the nation. National interest. So the president now, will you accept that? No. Because if you do it, it will not favor him. 2027 is coming. Just like 4 years, not less than 3 years. Not even more than 4 years. Will you accept to do that? Because when you talk about this system, like just like electronic school, the INEC chairman to be independent, not to be intimidated or being influenced by criticism. Will the president accept to do that? That is the question. No. So all these things are just saying, this and this, you sit down and do what is in his mind, so that he can favor him and his party. So that's what I have to say about it.
Thank you very much. If the INEC chairman is being appointed by the incumbent ruling party and the president in charge of the country, it gives an advantage to the ruling party to win the upcoming elections if the people in charge of the elections are being appointed by the ruling party. How many of you would not want the INEC chairman who would be in position come 2027 election to be appointed by the incumbent party and the president in charge of the country? 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call, or you can also call 0700 903 9039 or send a message on WhatsApp on 0700 903 903 903. A message on YouTube says INEC chairman selected by VP. It says the vice president selects the INEC chairman. Whichever way, someone has come to tell us that it is not right for the INEC chairman and national commissioners to be selected by the ruling party and the incumbent president. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call, or you can also call 0700 903 9039. The Nigerian Air Force bombs suspected Ipob hideouts in the southeast. We have been we've had challenges of Boko Haram insurgency in Nigeria, and the defense agencies haven't been able to tackle this particular insurgency and terrorism issues in the north and in Nigeria. They haven't been able to really deal with it vividly. But we are hearing that the Nigerian Air Force has bombed Ipob hideouts in the southeast, and we hope that this would not cause a reaction from the Easterners and the Ipob. We do not want any war to break out as of now in this country. Like, we're not ready to go for war. We're not ready to go to war at all. We are not ready. And also there might be an NLC strike come October 3rd, 2023. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please reduce the volume on your radio set.
I've done that.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, let me react on the areas of the NLC calling for indefinite strike.
All right, go ahead.
To me, calling for indefinite strike now is not a welcome development, because the NLC I know currently have not fought the war or the battle to see the fact that the policies of Nigerian government are brought to a tolerable angle to the populace. What they did after some certain abracadabra on the street, they'll call them and settle them and they go hiding again. And the public will suffer the case. So I think in this area there should be agreement. Our government should do what they want to do for us. Because I know strike is one of the important things that addresses some policies that are not favorable to the public. Fine. Secondly, I want to talk about the issue of the Air Force striking in the southeast.
Go ahead.
Fine. It is they're trying to bring out a peaceful environment. I think the purpose of the military is to protect Nigerian citizenry, both internal and external attack.
Okay.
The Ipob, I think. But I want to look at it in this angle. I am not saying that what they have done is right or wrong, but what I'm looking at is that the duty of the military in the country is to protect
the people.
And when once, the entire people. Now, if you're causing conflict, causing disorder in a particular section of the country, and the government with the presidency or refuse to react, then the people of that region will think as if you have abandoned them because they are not from that region. So what they've done is to make sure they are trying to cause peace. The other way around, I'm trying to look at why not government call these people to round table of discussion. So my take is that we don't release this Nnamdi Kanu, call the Ipob and them to round the discussion. And, they are calling the faceless people for discussion. Let them try and find a playground. In conflict management, there are certain processes to apply or steps to apply. So what I am saying is that the government of my country, my name is Mr. Hugo Friday.
All right, go ahead.
I'm Born State, precisely on the government. So
Okay.
I'm saying that the government of our country should call the IPOP. I think they will know them. They call them. They come. Let's talk. What's the problem? We don't want separation. I think the major cry is they said what marginalization. Now, looking at the sharing formula from the presidency, I always support of him. But going by way the sharing formula of the ministerial appointment, I think it's balanced well. I so much love the way he balanced it. So when our president will call on the South, he says, "Come, let's dialogue. What's the problem?" They will find a solution to this thing. So that is my candid opinion tonight. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. What would be the reaction from the indigenous people of Biafra, the Ipob, as we just learned that the Nigerian Air Force has bombed the suspected Ipob hideout in the southeast? Let's get a call. Hello. Hello, good evening.
Sir.
Good evening. Name and location. All right, go ahead.
May I know your name, sir?
My name is Ash.
Okay, Ash the third boy. I
Yes.
remember.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine.
See, what I want to say is, you see, IPOB, you are asking what will be the reaction of the IPOB.
Yes.
Yeah, IPOB will not react. IPOB has never been a terrorist organization. Nigerian military are just disgracing themselves. If anybody care to know, you see Nigerian military. Yeah, I'm just checking TVC, TV stations. Every news is flying up and down that Nigerian Air Force bomb IPOB hideout. See, we should stop deceiving ourselves in this country. Are you hearing me?
Go ahead.
Nigerians should stop. See, on the day we stop deceiving ourselves in this country, that day we will build a nation that we want to live in. We're just deceiving ourselves for nothing. When it comes to the Igbos staying inside Nigeria, the marginalization happened in Nigeria. If you become an Igbo man, there is no option for you if not to seek your way out in what is happening in our current day Nigeria.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your contribution. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. You can also call 0700 903 9039 or send a WhatsApp message on 0700 903 903 903. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Name and location quickly.
Yeah, I'm calling from Yanikaja. Oluwachukudi on the line.
Oluwachukudi, how are you doing tonight?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, where I want to talk to is about Air Force destroying
the Ipob hideout.
Ipob camp.
Yeah.
My brother, do you know in North, Bukugalam have not army, but they cannot able to fish them out. Every day kidnapping in North. After the coup, when they do coup in Niger, the whole 7 7 governors in a northern state say, we don't need fight, leave us because now we go hammer for it. All the eastern governors they never said anything since they are clean Igbo people. Clean them like a fowl. They didn't say anything. Because they are finding position. See, let me tell you in this country, may God help us. But I know that God is live. As long as God live, His children will live. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Let's say the truth. The Nigerian soldier and Nigerian Air Force, what happened to even that they said that the aircraft, Boko Haram shot it down and they didn't do anything. They cannot fish them out. But there's no problem. Let's watch and see. God is in control. May God help us in this Nigeria in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you for calling in. Come 2027 general elections, will it be right for the incumbent party, ruling party, and the incumbent president to appoint the INEC chairman and national commissioners? 0700 903 903 903. Good evening.
Good evening, DOP.
Good evening, my brother. Where are you calling from?
Good evening, yes. My name is Charles. I'm calling you from Maza.
Charles, go ahead.
Thank you. I hear you clearly. The Air Force, Nigerian Air Force.
Yes, Nigerian Air Force bombs suspected IPOB hideouts in Southeast. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's just refer you to what happened in Niger this year, not far long ago now. In Niger State, how many soldiers and officers were killed? About 33 or 37, if I'm not mistaken. What did the governor of that state say? He said he doesn't want the Nigerian army to invade Niger. He wants to talk to his people. That's what he said. Did you hear that? Did you hear that they move a whole battalion to Niger to put everybody there? The answer is no. Is that the way we are going to be? We are going to be on Nigeria. What kind of country is this? So why are these people deserting themselves in the name of what? Do they want to? They want to clean the whole Igbo land. That's what they want to do now. It's quite unfortunate. Who did it?
Thank you very much for calling in. He said it is quite unfortunate. Is this the way to go for one Nigeria? Is this the way to go for peace in our country? What would be the reaction of the indigenous people of Biafra after the Nigerian Air Force bombs the suspected Ipob hideout? What would Nnamdi Kanu say if he gets an opportunity to speak on this particular issue? Good evening.
Good evening.
Name and location. Go ahead.
You see, only what I want to just treat now. You see, any truth cross it down to this side there, it must surely rise up again. Any truth to the earth must surely rise up again. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Come 2027 elections, would it be right for the incumbent party and the president to appoint the INEC chairman and national commissioners? That is one of the topics we are treating tonight. In case you're just joining us, this is the Late Night Show with Ash the Stud Boy, and you're tuned into the very best radio station, the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. We are sharing a few topics tonight, and we want you to be part of it. Come 2027 elections, someone said it would be better for the INEC chairman to be advertised and not appointed by the incumbent president and incumbent ruling party. Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, name and location, please.
Yeah, this is Jan calling from Isolo.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm very fine, and you?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I want to say, I want to comment with the Air Force going and bomb a place where they say Ipob
hideout. Yeah.
Yeah. What I want to say, you see this Nigeria when we in what we so much in Nigeria is very, very tribalism. Nigerian government, you know what is Ipob is asking about? Nothing less than to call these people and discuss it out. They refuse to do that. But you see, when they do that, because of the trap is come from Igbo side, let them say soldiers to wipe everybody away from that place. Is it not circumstantial what they are planning? What I want to say is that everybody know how bandits kill, bring planes down in Zamfara State and kill almost like 20 soldiers. There's no wonder when we hear that soldiers are Air Force and go and retaliate and kill all those people. Those people say, we are watching live videos when soldiers and bandits stay together, carrying the Okada, everybody carrying gun like say they are Nigerian military. It's nothing not. Nothing happened to them, but if everything happened to Southeast, immediately they will quickly go and finish everybody there. What we are saying is that was for immigration that we are talking about. And doesn't want to address it. If every little thing happens in Southeast, go and please them, go and kill them. But if it happens for North anyway, they will follow diplomatic way and follow you. Is it good? What I said that this Nigeria when we there, you push somebody, so say one day when you push this person to the wall, the person will react. The person doesn't matter whether he is going to die. So what Nigerian army or Nigerian government, let them continue doing. All of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You are on the late night show with Ash the Stud Boy, and this is 90.3 FM. We are sharing few latest stories on this side. We have one video that just came up. Finally, Naira Marley opens up on Mohbad and Sam Larry with others. This is a street hop sensational artist, Naira Marley, and he has finally shared his own side of the story on the death of his S.I.N.E. Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloba, popularly known as Mohbad. We're going to come to that story. Let's get this call. We're going to come to that story. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Name and location.
It's me, Silas, calling back.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, please. I just want to say something about people saying that Ipob hideouts or Ipob terrorists.
Yeah.
We should be very, very, very clear with ourselves. Ipob is an agitating. They are agitating for their rights. They are looking for freedom. They are not terrorists. Now, if they went to bomb somewhere, they call it hideout. Let me say it here. They should not try to import insecurity to Southeast to label it the Ipob. Let me tell you what Ipob is responsible in Southeast now. You see, sit at home. I can tell you that sit at home, Ipob is involved in that one. Talking about hideout and the terrorism and the Ipob having a challenge with the Nigerian police or military army, this is nonsense. They are not. The Ipob is there for their own agitation. They are not there to kill anybody. So we don't know where the insecurity is coming in the South. This is not Ipob. We don't know who is bringing this terrorism in the Southeast, and they are labeling it Ipob.
All right.
So saying this, yes, is that they should stop killing Ipob. Ipob is not responsible for the killing of the people and the soldiers there. Ipob is not responsible. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What will be the reactions of the people, the indigenous people of Biafra, after the Nigerian Air Force bombs the suspected Ipob hideouts in the southeast? And also, would it be right for the INEC chairman come 2027 to be appointed by the incumbent party, the incumbent ruling party, and the incumbent president? Hello, good evening.
Yes. I'm not better song to say it's Harry. So I'm tired boy and the one day. And the cause is one. She knows.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Name and location.
Yeah. Okay. My name is Jerry, calling from Ojalaba.
How are you doing tonight, Jerry?
I'm fine, sir.
All right, go ahead.
I just want to comment on what people are just saying now. You see, just like what they said that happened to Ijeoma Egwuatu, where they say that some gang kill some of these soldiers and all that.
Yeah.
From what we see and what is happening there, they don't say that all those people that they were with POS and they were there, harassing and killing people that area. Do you understand? When they are killing people and doing that, those guys might react against them. They might label it to Ipob and whatever they may call it, which is very wrong. You see, sometimes things that concern Igbo people like this, the way they treat it differently. You don't go to the main issue. Even coming to all this killing of these guys in the Southeast now. You can remember when there's Ensa's matter.
Yeah.
Because of that, they label it to the Ipob. From there, they start killing Igbo guys, start killing all those people in the Southeast. That is what makes those guys to start react and start attacking them back. Because you can't be killing somebody every day. At the end of the day, you just start to waiting for you to be killing him every day. It's very wrong. So they should look at all those things in case that they should treat it differently. In the sense that you should know that they are treating you are dealing with a human being, not animal. But you push them to an extent that they will react and say, you are a human being. You don't treat us in that way. Until they say everything, they say Ipob. If you are going to this, they will impact in your village as if you are an animal or you are a criminal. They will talk to you anyhow. Before you know all those that they can even I think during the time of this thing, they kill somebody in my place there. Just for no reason. So my brother, that's what I want to tell you. They shouldn't be calling Ipob every day in the name of using it to attack Igbo people, attacking people in that service. It's very wrong. That's what I want to comment.
Thank you very much. We have a new latest story. Naira Marley has finally opened up on the death of his ex-signee Mohbad, Sam Larry, and others. In an interview posted on the X, formerly known as Twitter, the handle of a social media influencer Reno Omokri, on Wednesday this night, Naira Marley explained how he tried to get professional psychiatric help for the late singer Mohbad and paid for scans. Let's listen to this video very quickly.
Okay. Even after he did that video about Naira Marley want to kill him and everything, like it won't be right for me to make him make a video again to say, something's wrong with him. So I forgave him, like I didn't have no issue with him.
Okay, so we've been able to establish that by the laws of physics, you couldn't have been directly responsible for his death because you are in Europe and you've been in Europe, since September. Throughout September, you've been in Europe, and he died on September 12, 2023. Now, the other question that I want to ask is that we've seen videos where this young man was attacked, and we've seen other videos where he had injuries, on his body, and some people are alleging, and we know that, they're not alleging with facts, so we have to bring out the facts. Some people are alleging that, you had a hand in sending people to attack him. Now, is there any truth to those stories?
There is no truth whatsoever. Even if you do look at his police statement, it never mentioned like Naira Marley involved or anything. I don't have no issue with him whatsoever. Like, I don't have no issue. I don't want no one to beat him. I've never instructed anybody to touch him. I've never touched him. You'll never see a video of me touching him. I've never sent anybody to touch him. That's just lies.
Okay, because I actually investigated that police statement, and then you are right. But then what about the other man in question? The man who the Elegushi family have now come out to disassociate themselves with, and then the governor of Lagos has also come out to disassociate himself with. Are you connected to him in any way?
We are friends. Like I have a lot of friends, We are friends.
Okay. Now, in your friendship with him, have both of you had encounters together with Mohbad while he was alive? Did you have encounters, both of you, with him?
Never, ever. Okay. Never, ever. Like I said, you see, not even just me and the person you're talking about is friends. He is friends with so many people also. Like, we are all friends. Everybody know each other.
Okay, that's understandable. I saw that video that you're talking about, and you did say in the video that Ilerioluwa, otherwise known as Mohbad, he forgot his lyrics while he was singing. He often forgot his account number, and he also forgot his telephone number. Can you throw more light into that?
This is what I've been told by, 'cause remember I came back. I was out of the country. I came back, and his people were telling me, the people he's surrounding himself with, they're telling me all these things. He forgot his password, and I asked him too. He said he's forgetting things quick. He doesn't know why. So I was just trying to get help for him. That's why I was with his family, his dad and mom. If you can get the full video, I will try to get the full video to you. When his dad and mom's there, you can see them complaining, telling me about the way he's moving, and I'm telling them too, I heard he forgot lyrics and everything. I don't know why that is. This is still the stage when I'm trying to find help or see what was wrong with him. I was so concerned. I was trying to see what was wrong with him.
Well, to his father's credit, because I listened to his father's interview, and I heard the father, he spoke in English, he spoke in Yoruba. I also read his statements. He actually said that he never mentioned you at all. The father never mentioned you. The father said, yes, other people have been saying that, you had a hand in it, but that he basically said that he doesn't believe that you had a hand in it. But my question is this. What help did you, as his friend and then former label boss, because you keep saying that, you try to help him, what professional help did you get for him? Because obviously he's suicidal based on what you're saying and based on some of the things that we've seen. And then in that situation, like if it was me, I would try my best, like maybe to get him to see a shrink or to get him to see a professional. What help did you render?
I did pay for a lot of scans, like for him to get scanned done. He said that's what he wants to do, get scanned done. I paid for a lot of scan, and like I said, he's a little bit paranoid, so I'm trying to take it easy by finding what's wrong, because remember, he's already made a video to say if anything happened to him, it's not a matter. So I'm just trying to find the best help for him. He did scan. I've also spoke about maybe if he goes to if he can travel out to check properly, but then I'm thinking, okay, I don't want him to start running up and down. He needs someone to travel with that he trusts, So and then him himself, he said it's his mom and dad that will understand what's wrong with him. And then his mom and dad said they want to take him for treatment. They want to take him to go look after him. So,
So you paid for brain scans for him, right? You paid for brain scans for him.
Yes.
Okay. And the brain scans, they were given to his mom and dad because he said he wanted his mom and dad to care for him, correct?
No, after he didn't want to go along with the treatment. Like, his mom and dad is the only person that knows what's wrong with him.
Okay.
He said they will be able to help.
Okay. And another thing I want to bring up is I saw a video of a young man. His stage name is DJ Splash. Now, he did a video with a woman called Ijeoma Egwuatu, and in that video, he said that he used to live with you, and that he sounded like a bit paranoid. He said that he had overheard you, and that you had malevolent intentions towards him and towards Mobile. Now, do you want to respond to that?
Business Splash, number one, he was never signed to Malian Music. Like, he's a DJ. I know him like a DJ. He's never like DJ with me at a show or anything. It's not like he's my DJ. They just gave him the title because I have a picture with him. Like, as nice I am to everybody, there's a lot of people around that can come and go. When whatever happened to him, it was not at my house. He was far gone from, I don't know where he went, and I don't understand where all this is coming from. Like, DJ Splash, DJ whatever. I don't understand where it's coming from. That's all lies. They're just bringing out people from nowhere to tell lies. Lies.
So basically, he was a groupie. He wasn't signed to you. He was just a groupie, a hanger-on.
He was never my DJ.
Okay.
He was never signed to Malian Music. He's never worked for Malian Music.
Okay. Now, a lot has been said. Some people have said that this is all about money. And, we have to address that because they've said it's all about money. So the way we can put those accusations and allegations and speculations to rest is to ask you, Mobile left your label 2022. When he left your label, he's been making music since then. And the music that he's been making, the copyrights and all of that, they belong to him, not to you, correct?
Yeah.
So the only times that you guys had together was between
Naira Marley opens up on an interview posted on the X, formerly known as Twitter handle of a social media influencer, Reno Omokri. We're going to hear more on that story. For now, that is all we can share on the late night show with Studboy Ash. We think we have a caller. Let's get this call. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Name and location quickly.
Yeah. This is Akuchinyere.
Akuchinyere, how are you doing?
I'm
All right, go ahead.
So I want to ask why must it be at this time minute that the police people are doing this kind of interview? They did not do him interview when our dead brother reports to them. And they did not even care to go to ask him why did this person crying out because of you, and he's scared because of you, and he's complaining because of you. They did not go to ask him such questions, and now he's late. He's no more to speak for himself. He's not allowed to speak for himself. So why are they asking him questions now? Then they have enough of evidence to fight for him 3 months after before he become a dead man. They have very enough evidence to ask him. Even when he reports, they did not even care to call him or to go and visit him or to ask what else to do. And now they are asking Naira Marley questions. What they expect him to say? They are expecting him to say that yes, he's the one that killed the guy. Is it what they are expecting him to say? The guy is no more to speak for himself. It's like he's ready to say everything just to defend himself because he has nobody to speak against him again. And even the family of the late guy have nothing to say because all of them are scared. And since all this while, they are telling us that they don't have any evidence that we don't have evidence to come out. When the guy walked down to their office and report, and they have enough video evidence. They just sit and wait for him to die, and at the end of the day, they will start telling us stories.
Thank you for calling in. Naira Marley never opened up until this day. He has shared a video of his recorded conversation. He said, "I video recorded my last conversation with Mohbad, and here it is." This is what Naira Marley said. Let us get this call before I play the video. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. I'm calling again, Mr. Good Friday.
Go ahead.
Now, I want to blame Nigerian police for poor investigations of issues where reported.
Okay.
Are you with me, sir?
I'm with you. Go ahead.
Now, I want to cite one citation. There was a time I had an issue. I walked to the police station at the Paja. Just was a complaint that somebody is against me. Please, can you please come and possibly ask reasons? I was asked to go and bring money. If I don't have money, I should walk away. I was like, in this country where I come from, it was not right. So I am putting more blames on the securities who investigate crimes. They are not being proactive. You don't allow issues. When issues are reported in your station, please take action. Call the persons to question. Now you're telling somebody to come and tell you, they bring interview on this. To me, it has gone. And now, secondly, I don't know whether Naira Marley is involved or not. But I was in the areas of allegation.
Hello.
Everybody, in the areas of allegation, everybody is proved to be ignorant until the law finds guilty. So currently, I can't just say Naira Marley did this or did this. I want to remain neutral, but my blame is on the Nigerian police. They should take proactive action when issues are reported to them. I think they can hear me clearly. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for calling in. Naira Marley said, I video recorded my last conversation with Mohbad and here it is. Let's listen to the last recorded conversation between Naira Marley and Mohbad.
So, on sọ pé o feel bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn mọ́, but 1 hour ago ló ń feel bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé 1 hour ago ló ń feel bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé o fẹ́ parẹ́. And ó dẹ̀ ṣe surround rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú same thing tó ń stress ẹ̀. Mo dẹ̀ ṣàlàyé fún ọmọ pé last time ó ṣe fídíò sí pé if anything happen to you, Naira Marley àti Malian team ni. Nísìnyí o fẹ́ parẹ́. Ìwọ náà wò ó.
Àti mi ò feel bẹ́ẹ̀ gbà yẹn ni. Àti mi ò feel bẹ́ẹ̀ gbà mi ò feel bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́, it's just this. Mi nǹkan tẹ́ mo fẹ́ explain fún yín.
Ó feel bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé o fẹ́ parẹ́ mọ́ báyìí.
No, feel
but that's like 1 hour ago ló ń feel bẹ́ẹ̀ tó tirẹ̀ mọ́ ni àtọ́ bá parẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ sí kí ló bọ́ máa sọ ọgbà tó ti ṣe fídíò rẹ̀ di pé Naira Marley fẹ́ pa ẹni mò ń béèrè nígbà bá ṣe tó bá parẹ́ níbẹ̀ yẹn sí tó tirẹ̀ mọ́ tà kí ló bọ́ wọn yẹn máa sọ. I'm just looking after you. I need to look after you. I told you already. You shouldn't be stressed. Be free. Do what you want to do and say what you want to say. Say it. If you say Wunmi, Oya ma lole, daddy me might ti wa ejo. Kini kan, say it. Be free. You wouldn't feel like. I know you said you feel like nobody likes you, Abi. But if you can't feel like, if you feel like nobody likes you, it's not always for you to kill yourself. Do you get? Because they're not showing it that they don't like you. Because they don't pull at them where one like it here. You walk off feel bad, trust it. It's something in the back of your mind that you erase.
Yeah, I'm trying to erase you. I'm trying people say they know. I'm trying to share people around. Move around.
But you're locking yourself, man.
That was Naira Marley's allegedly video recorded last conversation with Mohbad, and he presented this tonight to Reno Omokri. That's all we can take on the late night show tonight. We're going to continue on this Naira Marley story later. This Mohbad's death and issues surrounding the death of this Mohbad. I can see more calls coming in. I don't think we can take any more calls. I'm so sorry. Please do well to follow us across our social media handles. Share the YouTube live so that other people who are not connected to VOP can get what we are saying and what we are talking about tonight. Please help us share the YouTube live. My name is Ash the Stud Boy, and you've been on the Late Night Show, and this is the very best radio station that you would get all information from. We are called 90.3 FM, the voice of the people. Stay tuned to the radio. B-Blast is going to come up with the After Dark show very shortly. We would always be there for you and would always be here to inform you. One love.
In the affairs of man, when the voice of the people stands unique,